Can you imagine the world's most powerful leader threatening his own closest allies with economic ruin over an island? We are witnessing a geopolitical earthquake. On one side, Donald Trump's relentless demand to buy Greenland. On the other, a united Europe calling it blackmail. This is no longer just a real estate deal. It is the deepest crisis in the history of the NATO alliance, and the global economy is hanging by a thread. A group of European nations, led by the UK, France, and Germany, has just issued a blistering joint statement. The reason? President Trump has threatened massive new tariffs on European goods unless the US is allowed to purchase Greenland from Denmark. Denmark has called it what it is: blackmail. In Brussels, emergency talks are happening behind closed doors. European diplomats are scrambling to respond to what they're calling an extraordinary threat. The UK is currently one of 8 countries facing higher taxes on goods sent to the US. Why? Because they stood by Denmark. The joint statement from these 8 nations warns that these tariff threats risk a dangerous downward spiral. But Trump isn't backing down. He argues that the threat from China and Russia in the Arctic is now so massive that only American control can make Greenland safe again. To counter this, European troops have been deployed to Greenland in recent days to signal that they take Arctic security seriously. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, once dubbed the Trump Whisperer for his ability to handle the president, is facing his ultimate test. His whispers don't seem to be working. While he's tried to build a constructive relationship, the UK government is now forced to communicate to its businesses how to survive these looming tariffs. All eyes are now on 2 things next week. The US Supreme Court. They may announce a decision on the legality of these tariffs. If they rule Trump doesn't have the authority, the plan could crumble. The World Economic Forum, where Trump will come face to face with the very leaders he is threatening. The reaction from Europe is divided. French President Emmanuel Macron is already pushing for a tariff counterattack, deploying what's known as the EU's trade bazooka. This is a massive economic weapon designed to combat hostile powers like China, but now the EU is considering using it against the United States. It's a move that would be unprecedented. The tragedy here is the catch-22 for Europe. If they fight back, they alienate the US. Even further, the same US they need for a peace deal in Ukraine and for their own defense. If they play it soft, they look weak. As this economic war intensifies, the concept of the West as a united front is crumbling. And you can bet that in Moscow and Beijing, they are watching this with a front row seat, waiting for the alliance to break. Is Greenland worth the collapse of the Western alliance? Or is this just another Trump negotiation tactic that will eventually blow over? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Is Europe right to stand its ground, or should they negotiate? If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the shifting world order.